um, live. I have not looked much at what's actually going on here, but it seems that we're playing without any of the new factions, without the extra scoring, and we are playing on the Fire and Ice map with landscapes on. That's pretty cool. There's never been an arena season that was just the Fire and Ice map with landscapes on. So I don't have a ton of arena experience here. Um, I don't know if Red Alert is here. I'm going to refresh. Maybe it's possible that uh-oh, this slowness might not be good. Come on, laptop, you can handle this. Okay, it looks like Red Alert hasn't accepted yet. Um, so if it's notable, oh, what happened here? Okay. If it's notable, I believe that currently the standings in this league are uh, I am leading this league right now with 12 points. The winner of a game gets 6 points. Fire X is in second at 9 points. And I believe Red Alert is at 6 points. So, um, so I could lose my lead for sure. If Fire X comes in first here, he will win. So I want him not to come in first. If Red Alert comes in first and I come in last, then we're also in trouble. Um, so those are kind of the stakes here. Sorry, I'm just changing the stream title so it's appropriate here. Season 6, Division 2, Week 5. No chat advice, please. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Okay, let's look at this breakdown. We got big buildings early. We got dwellings late. We've got all the scoring pass tiles in the game. This looks like a game for. I know we pick them a lot, but we are just going to go with Chaos Magicians. So I think they have a fun game plan. If Nomads aren't in, then they'll have a much better time. So we'll see if it goes that way. So today we have a substitute for JSP 220. We have Hard Diggler, who is, as we can see, a very strong player. I played with him on previous TMTL games. I think Halflings is a fun pick. Halflings can do well with late dwelling scoring because, like, generally Halflings might want to start digging in this round. So this is kind of like a dwellings round for them. Then that goes into TPs, and then they have more dwellings. And because Halflings have good digging, they should be able to get dwellings out in the last round, even if they've already hit most of their natural hexes. Yeah, all 4 of the passing tiles in the game is pretty interesting. We could see an Alchemist pick. Alchemists are a tough faction on this map, but with the landscape, they can make some stuff happen. And with a stronghold in round 1, and like they're either getting a priest or this, Alchemists could make some noise here. Witches, of course, are like a very standard pick on this type of track with this type of pass tiles. It's Orin instead, which I think is fun. Fire X picks like Witches have like strong blowout potential because they're just such a strong faction. Orin, on the other hand, are a lot more kind of fair because they don't have like the massive economy boost that Witches get. This is a game with a strong scoring track with TPs and dwellings late. So I think that, and because of all the economic pass tiles or not economic pass tiles, but rather all the scoring pass tiles in the game, I think that you're definitely incentivized to open with economy here. And then try to make like your temple for Earth 1 or whatever in round 2 or 3. Maybe Sanctuary for Water 1 here, maybe not. Maybe Temple for Air 1 in this round or something. Red Alert could pick a gray faction. That would make it a disaster. Yellow also is a disaster in some ways. Black is fine. Blue is fine. So we'll see how Red Alert wants to handle this color wheel. One interesting thing here, the big building tile is in the game and the priest is in the game. The other pass tiles are not considered super strong for round 1, in my opinion. I think that this pass tile is pretty good. This pass tile is nice because halflings can get an extra worker from it. And this might be okay if halflings are angling to get double dig. But this map is actually pretty tough for double dig. So let's actually take a quick look at everyone's game plan, because I don't feel like that strongly toward any of these factions right now. I think that Chaos Magicians really want the 2 workers action in round 1. It's not clear if they'll be able to get it. Orin are going to get the priest, and they're going to send it to air. They're going to start here. Halflings probably should start on these 2 hexes, C3 and D8. I say that because I don't see this being a great game for halflings to like try to start down here because they won't have neighbors. So halflings might be opening like air 2 and with a bump on air. The only thing that's awkward there is that Orin are going to be in the way on the air track. Fire saying that he would have liked to see giants, but I picked chaos. No one really wants double dig, especially if Orin start double center, which I think that they might. I think I like Orin with getting a priest to air or getting the 2 workers here. Green is a very strong color on this map. They should be able to get a town through here. A town through here. Maybe Chaos beat them to A5 and they don't get a town through here. And then maybe a town through here as well. Chaos probably will take, they'll take a coins tile, I assume. Halflings could go for this, but I don't think that double spade is particularly good for halflings here. So, like, Fire and Ice is a very, very unusual map compared to others because, especially in a color wheel like this, people should prefer to start in the center, which makes it a lot, like, it just changes the math on who wants double dig. Alchemists are honestly the faction most likely to want double dig. However, that would probably require them starting on H8. We could see Chaos Magicians start G7 this game. There's also a question of do you open with a stronghold as Orin here, or do you open with a temple? I think that obviously temples are good because you get priest production, and as Orin you clearly want priests. Chaos Magicians can start E2. They'll always have Alchemist as this neighbor. They'll get G5 in round 1 if they don't get the 2 workers. If they get the 2 workers, they're opening with a Sanctuary like 100% of the time. However, if they don't get the 2 workers, they can bridge to G5. And then once they're on G5, they can prioritize double spading G6, which is pretty good. Let me do this. I did suspect Alchemist might get put into this seat. I have just seen so many games where Alchemists absolutely go off. So I'm wondering how we handle Alchemist this game. Do we want to maybe do something like open Stronghold Temple? That is like Stronghold plus Temple for Earth 1. You don't have much worker income, but you can maybe try to ship to get to some hexes and stuff. I like Chaos a bit better. I suspect that, so Alchemists are getting a 9-point head start this game. Brown is a great color on so many maps, but on this map they're a little bit awkward. I wonder if you start D5, because if you start H8, you have a place to, here's the advantage of starting H8, right? You have a place to double dig if Orin don't take D6 away from you. But are Orin taking D6 away from you? Like, should they? It's not clear that they should. If I'm Alchemist, I'm opening with a Stronghold, and if I get double dig, I'm taking it, and I'm grabbing G6. Or I'm probably just starting here. And I'm probably just starting here and here. And then thinking that I'll get D5 and or D6, but you never know what Orin will do. That's the problem. You don't know if Orin are taking D6. I don't think that it's very good to take D6 in round 1, and I think for Alchemist it's very good to take D6. I don't think that taking D6 is very good for Orin in round 1, whereas I do think it is very good for Alchemist to take D6 in round 1. This might be starting to pay a little too much for Orin. Orin are just not that strong of a faction overall. My thing is that none of these factions have particularly bad game plans. Like, there's a lot of resources on the passes here. The Spade is missing, which is, I guess that's mainly sad for, like, I mean, I don't even know that any of these factions specifically misses the Spades. We're seeing at least 2 factions take Air 2 in round 1. There's no way that Chaos Magicians and Orin are not taking Air 2 in round 1, in my opinion. So that does put pressure on the power Spades. So Halflings and Alchemists having their own ability to advance digs will be nice. The more I look at it, the more life looks a little awkward for Halflings, specifically. If I'm Halflings, there's a world where I think that I might just want to open double Temple, and I do like Air 1, Air 2, Earth 1 or something. I do like the safety of Chaos Magicians a lot. There's no world where you're losing like a particularly key hex in round 1. No one's taking G5 on you. So you're always going to be able to get this bridge down. If you don't get the Temple out, like, you should be able to secure Earth 1 and Air 2 in round 1. There's like no world where you don't get that. And you're always getting a Dwelling out as well. And you're also taking a high coins tile. So it's like, the stuff that you're doing is all quite good. G6 is a very swingy hex. I think that Orin, like, whether or not you get G6 is going to be a huge deal this game. I say that because, like, the speed with which you get G6 is also linked to the speed with which you get G7. I'm wondering if there's any world where we see like really off meta placements, like Halflings on F4. like if halflings aren't on F4, that enables some funky stuff to happen with halflings, where they can, or chaos, where they could start double center or something and get like a boatload of leech. I'm not convinced that that's actually better than just starting either E2 or G7 anyway. And I feel like trying to count on getting G6 is pretty scary. I do think I like Alchemists here. They might just be the best faction anyway. Yeah, like an F4 start could be very interesting. I don't know if we like interesting here. I'm also thinking that Orin might just temple for Earth 1 instead of Air 2, now that I'm thinking about it. I did say that there's lots of ways to score here, but you score better if you have Earth 1 here. When are you making your stronghold? Or when are you taking your first scoring favor? You could try to go for like a temple here, but you might just be waiting here to take like Water 1 or something. And then are you making points through these rounds? Are you making enough? Maybe you are. But I actually think that just going for Earth 1 and then advancing ship to get G6, C4 might be acceptable. If I were to get the Priest, I would probably lean toward opening with a Temple for Orin, by the way. That's just my feeling. Good question, Lustrous. How many victory points, like how much worse are Halflings than everyone else? Halflings, by not being able to open with this, are 5 points worse right away. This is one of Brown's worst maps. It's not clear where they're getting their towns. They could do an expensive dig town through here, but they don't have neighbors for that, and Alchemists might get to A3. Alchemists, if they start D5, or if they just dig D6 in round 1 and then build D5 right away, because the Stronghold can let you drop the landscape, and then you get D5 right away. That seems pretty bad for Halflings as well. As we said, you don't really have a spot to double dig in round 1. You could just turn B5 to yellow, which is kind of annoying. But that just might be your best move anyway. The main line of interest for Halflings might be opening double temple with Earth 1, Air 2. But we have a game, so let's see how this goes. I mean, I am pretty concerned about it being Hard Diggler playing Halflings. He seems like the type of player who will just turn this hex to yellow with double dig. Oh, he actually starts H4. So you know how I was saying that I wasn't really going to lose any key hexes down here? Well, that's changing. This is definitely not where I envisioned Halflings being. And I think that Alchemists are super thrilled because Alchemists might be getting C3. I think Orin are less than thrilled because they wanted this. So I was really hoping for this auction to go on a little longer. I don't like Alchemist having this victory point lead right now. And I don't like being super close to even with Halflings either. Or with Orin, rather. I am being invited to open on g7. You always face a conundrum against green here. If green gets to g6 first, there's no temp ship tile in this game. How long will it take me to get to g7 and then get here? Orin could dig through all of these hexes to make a stronghold town in that time. Wow, I think this is incredibly good for alchemists. I obviously can't start d7 because I'm blocked here. I think that we're really counting on Orin to dig d6 like for the collective team here, right? But I think e2 is good because now I have good chances at shipping to b5 and a7. So even if I can't get over to these eastern hexes, maybe I can do something where I get. I'll probably get g7, but not this is my guess. I'll get to 3 ship eventually this game. So I'll miss out on 3 natural reds this way. And we're going to fight for the workers' action probably in round 1. Or hopefully we'll just get the leech to take it. We'll see how it goes. I don't think anyone should particularly fight for the workers' action. I guess the one line that could involve someone taking workers' action early is Orin might take a workers' action, and instead of sending priest to air, they could advance ship and then build these 2 hexes and open stronghold. But yeah, we are taking the coins here. Halflings did take a cult step, so they're not actually looking to double dig that early. We could have taken by the way, just to be clear, we could have taken the workers' first action with this, but I prefer to hope that I can get a workers' action myself. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Alchemists are offered single dig. They could get d6 now. I don't think it's terrible. Like, that hex might just be that important. Like, single dig is a little underwhelming, but this stretch is not underwhelming. You know, it's like, that's a bit of a truism, but sometimes a hex is just that important. You can take double dig in later rounds because you're going to have the stronghold out. You're going to get all the leech. Even if halflings get the double dig in round 1, like, you just get double dig in round 2. It's a dwellings round. I would be locking up this territory right now because C3 is such a boon. Like, halflings weren't supposed to do this. I think that I favor alchemists right now this game, but we'll see how it goes. We are happy because we do get to open with a sanctuary. We're going to see if Orin won. Okay, so halflings did take air too, which is a bummer for me. I do a little dance. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good that I'm opening with a sanctuary here. I may physically do a little dance in a bit, but right now I'm still eating, so. So Fire Ice puts priest to air. FireX can still buy the priest here. Doesn't have a place to double dig, so I actually suspect that probably what we're going to see, sadly, is Orin are probably going to buy the priest. And then they're going to advance ship Temple and then build G6. Which, I mean, like, I was probably always losing G6. Like, it's not really particularly fair for me to get, like, all sad about G6 or anything. Like, that was never my hex. But what is mine is these scoring favors. Alchemist should be taking this leech. It's early enough. Air 2, Earth 1. One of the cool things here is that, like, some factions might prefer the priest to the double spade, and that's definitely Orin. But halflings don't want that. Like, halflings have no real reason to want a priest over double spade here. They're playing against two cult factions, so the priest to a cult doesn't do that much good. They can't really ship anywhere on only one ship. So yeah, they have to take the double spade, which means that Orin do indeed get to take priest, and they might also get coins actually, which is really scary. So yeah, this is really good stuff from Orin. I feel sad that I'm not Orin right now. I feel sad that I'm not Alchemist too. I don't feel sad that I'm not Halflings. Halflings might beat me, but like this was not a line that I thought was particularly that good. Mr. Fickles, do you think this is a beautiful building flower? Yes. It certainly is. I am hopeful about getting to all my natural reds that are not including these three. D7, F7, and H9. I don't think I'm getting this game. I'm hopeful to build on every other red this game. That might include B1, which is a little tricky to get to, but you know, we'll see where our economy is at the end of the game. Red Alert will take D5 early, which is sad. Orin will also get the coin, so they will be templing. Hopefully it's not for Air 2, but I think that they can probably get away with just Earth 1 here, but whatever. There's nothing else for us to do here. We could get cute with Water 2, but we're not going to. Water 2 is one spade. One spade over the course of 3 rounds is just not very good. And that's just not how we're going to do it here. So we're going to take Earth 1. Oh, we already have Earth 1. So we're going to take Earth 2 and Fire 1. We're sadly passing first. So we're probably just going to take this ship VP tile. We could take the ship VP tile. Then we can buy the priest with our first action. No one should be buying the coins first. So Orin opens Stronghold. I did not see that coming. But they can still advance ship with their last action. So I shouldn't get distracted by G6. I don't think G6 is happening. They do take Air 2. So now they can take coins next round, which is not great. We could hilariously bridge here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to pass for this. All right, so the passing game will begin now. We're playing a pass-heavy game. We're gonna try to take the priest and the coins next round. That's my plan here. I do see that I could try to. Well, should I try to go for this? No, The answer there is no. That should not be worth as much as getting to 2 ship and building b5, I think. Orin will advance ship here. Oh no, they put the priest up. Oh no, they bumped themselves, and then they'll take coins and advance ship, presumably. So yeah, we're gonna advance. We're gonna take the priest. We're gonna advance ship twice, and then we're gonna build g5, b5. Believe that's the plan. This should be a ship advance. I think that a priest to water is definitely not good. Yeah, priest to occult is not good here. Advancing ship is very good here. Yeah, does this mean that they're also getting onto this? Oh my god. Yeah, I can't believe that I didn't. I should really have bid Orin here, huh? Because Orin can take coins now, and they could get coins again next round, and pass on to this. I think that they look dominant right now. Alchemists are also in a very strong position, admittedly. They should be getting a single spade onto b5 next round, and then they'll be able to build dwellings here. The other thing I can do is I can advance ship with my first action. Virus is thinking through things, but I think that the line he's going to take is coins plus advanced ship. So I don't necessarily think that anyone's going to... Well, okay, that's wrong, because Alchemists can definitely buy the priest. If Alchemists could want to buy the priest with their first action, just build c2, g9 or something. So I think it's risky not to take the priest first. Yeah, Fire Axe takes the coins. Fire Axe will advance ship, and then Fire Axe will pass onto this. Alchemists are going to pass. They might just take the coins pass tile, I think. They're not playing cults this game. They could get like one bump on fire. But these points, like these coins are just as good as this. This is only good for like passing tempo, but they don't need passing tempo, so they should just go for these points, I think. Deny them from other players. If Fire Axe, for whatever reason, does not advance ship here, then I will immediately advance ship with my first action, and then I should be able to get g6. But Fire Axe should be able to see that line coming, so he shouldn't let me have g6. So this is going to be a ship advance, in which case I am opening priest. So we're starting with a priest. The question is, are we then taking coins? Or is... Because Orin are building this first action, right? But if I don't advance ship, then Orin don't have to build that first action. And they can take coins instead, which is what I want. But you know what? I'll float the coins. There are coins in this game. I did luckily start on enough stuff that this is like okay, so... Halflings should probably put a priest to a cult here. I don't really see them shipping this round. I mean, I guess they can ship and hard dig b5, build b6. They're going for their second temple. That makes a lot of sense. So they're going for Earth 1 here. I think that's fine. Orin get Leech, so Orin can double Spade. But they could take a5, e5. That would be pretty filthy. Yeah, I think that that's probably the move. I did not expect Orin to get this Leech. I thought that they might get like c3 or something, but this I really don't like for me. I think Alchemists should be taking a single Spade here. They can build b3. turn this, drop their landscape here, and then they could build A3, C2, G9. I think that would be an awesome round for alchemists. I don't think Oregon are going to try to double dig through here. I think that that's probably no good. But they could. Oh, they only have. Oh, they have 1 million workers. Yeah, sorry, they only have 2 worker income, but that's clearly going to change very soon. It's hard to make decisions when you have like a lot of options. I basically don't have a lot of options right now, so I'm just hoping to get the coins. What was I thinking taking Chaos Magicians here? That was bad. And it is indeed this. This no longer has to be a landscape. This could just be a dwelling, but I think that the landscape is still better. Just get that shipping going for later. The question is, are you advancing digs here? You could advance digs here. He doesn't have priest production, so just getting digs going a little earlier is not too bad, but he only advances shipping, which I think is fine. Because again, he's just going to build 3 dwellings here. Again, I think that alchemists are likely winning this. One thing that is positive for me is that if Orin double dig here, then Hard Diggler's away for a moment. That's fine. Orin needs to decide whether they want spades or if they want the coins. The coins are very obviously not going to stick around. Our needs this round are 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Or so this is 8 plus 4, so we need 12 coins. This is 13. We're not getting any leech this round. Alchemists are not upgrading over here. And Orin are building G6 before we can build a G5. So we're not receiving any leech this round. Oh, Orin? Wow, I didn't expect that. So they are going for spades then, which makes a ton of sense. They can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings this round. Orin, now I'm realizing they might be targeting making a town through here and killing my opportunity to make this town. They can build G6, then hard dig, then double dig through H6, and then hard dig H5. I kind of sense that line coming. I hope that I'm wrong, but I actually think that that might be what's coming. In which case, I lose this town, and I'm forced to go for only 1 town through here. But it's obviously a much, much worse town than using my sanctuary. I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't see any reason why FireX should be particularly kind to me here. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he's not going for the hard dig through H5 line. So that's good. He might end this round on H6, but I'm going to be able to get through H5. So. Okay, this is a little better for us. I mean, we're not getting the 2 key town, which is like, I should have just realized that Orin were getting the 2 key town, and the fact that I didn't realize that is going to be why I'm going to lose this game. I think that I haven't done anything wrong. I just bid on the wrong faction. Admittedly, like Hard Diggler made things like a little trickier than I expected by playing down here. But honestly, Orin having this like phenomenal opening is possibly just foreseeable because no one really wanted to buy a priest. I was just so much more interested in the sanctuary, and for good reason, in my opinion. Yeah, so like we were saying before, Orin came here to make sure that they get the leech from me as opposed to me getting the leech from them. That was always going to happen. So I don't feel like too bad about anything that's happened here so far. Halflings have enough they don't have enough to double dig, but they do have enough for a coins action. Don't know what they're going to prefer to do next round. We're of course advancing our ships so that we can build B5. So I think that next round, if we get onto a coins tile, then we're probably going to advance our ship and try to get onto like A7 and G7. That might not be a bad idea, like regardless, actually. Just get onto F7 or B5, A7, G7. We may yet be getting through here before Orin. Alchemists get a second straight. Well, actually, this is a very, very strong Alchemist opening. So this is what I was saying. Alchemists might have just been the best faction anyway. They choose the priest over like a bunch of points. They are going to get the first priest to water, I think. Though, think about it, Hard Diggler should probably try to put the first priest to water, but I don't know if he will. I still have a lot of resources, so I'm not going to pass on the 6 coins. I'm going to pass on the points. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Counted my chickens too early. Orange should probably build D9, but they could just pass for points as well. That's not too bad here. Like, they can just build D9 for free, but I would consider digging this hex. They don't, though. They just... Okay. They did a worker to a coin instead of power to a coin, which makes sense. They're going to be able to get the 6 coins, which I think is fine. I think I might just prefer the points here. My round will be advanced ship, dwelling, dwelling. And that's it, right? It could be advanced ship, dwelling, dwelling, TP. In which case, I might be happier with the 6 coins. But I don't know. Let's just do this. We'll see what happens. MLP Nix, you don't know the extra endgame scoring pictures. Is that clusters? No, this is the regular endgame scoring. There is no extra endgame scoring here. This is just largest number of connected structures. It's a little awkward for halflings that they didn't get many they didn't build any dwellings last round, and now it's a TP round. But like this round, their resources suggest that it's a shipping round for them. They would like to build a lot of dwellings, I think, this round. Specifically like C3, B7, E6. These hexes down here. And this this coins action also leans me toward thinking that they're advancing shipping this round. It's a little unfortunate that it kind of went against, like kind of backwards versus how they might want to. I could send a priest to a cult here. I could send it to the fire cult, but I really want to advance ship and build 2 dwellings, I think. I'm on this dwellings tile, so I'm kind of committed to this. So we're not going to get a priest to a cult, which hurts our future cult game, I think, quite a bit. But such as life. It's possible that we just build G7 and then hard dig G8 as well. That forces, first of all, like that forces Orin into a bridge town here and a bridge town here, or like a 3 hex town here. Yeah, you thought that there were 3 of them. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for watching, by the way. I'm happy to have like the viewers over here late at night. It's not easy. But it's dedication to the grind, right? So I believe that we're taking G7 and G8, and we're going to float A7, I think. That hex isn't that key to us, I think. And I also think that I'm going to get h5 anyway, so I shouldn't stress too much about h5. Orin will not dig through here that quickly. Orin don't have enough to dig twice. Orin are taking kind of a long round. Halflings have advanced their ships, so they are going to be building dwellings this round. I think Alchemists need to make a decision about C3, which is their town hex, but they're going to first temple for water 1, which seems reasonable. Oh, this is awkward. I guess we were supposed to make a TP this round. I do feel slightly sad about some of my decisions right now because I feel like we were supposed to make a TP here. The TP gives us tempo on taking water 1 next round because there's no way that I should be left water 1 next round. There goes 1 copy. Almost certain this is water 1. This should also be, oh, it's earth 1, okay. I don't agree with that decision. I think that probably should have been water 1 from Orin. So I think that we're grabbing G8 here so that we have this. And then, actually, we could take a bridge here, right? No, Orin could take away H5 this round. They can dig twice this very round. So I could lose H5 here. But you know what? I think I'm going to gamble. The path here involves taking a power spade for Orin and then hard digging this. They might want to cult bump first so that they don't have to burn all their power to do that. Well, and to be clear, that involves dropping a landscape. Okay, so I'm going to hope that I get Leech from Alchemist here. And then with that Leech from Alchemist, I'm going to take the single spade and turn this to red. That is my plan. Obviously, it's not great to count your chickens before they hatch, but I have some... Nope. Okay, Alchemist take a power action. So unfortunately, I don't get any Leech. Well, that doesn't mean I'm not going to transform this hex. Hard Jugglers are crazy, man. He might dig this, but I'm going to trust him not to. Kind of wild to trust him, but Alchemist's next round wanted Temple and Sanctuary. Orin should be buying a bridge here, I'm pretty convinced. They really want to be able to make this town. They're going to Cult Spade this, so they should be turning this... They should be securing a bridge here so that they can secure the 2-key town. Because otherwise, I could get a bridge here, and then I get 2-key town on them. Because I'll just be faster to a town if I go next round. And even though I've sunk so many priests into shipping instead of doing other good stuff, I'm still totally like willing to just take a 2-key town here. Taking away from Orin is good. Orin pass. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Oh, they're going to be able to bridge first next round. Okay, that's fine too. The bridge pressure of this game is very high. I would ideally like 2 bridges. I would like one here and here. But it seems like Orin also want this bridge. So I might only be getting one or neither. Halflings actually could want a bridge as well. I traditionally like to make this town as brown. I don't love taking D7. Halflings pass early too. Oh no, they don't. They don't. They built a dwelling. Sorry. I guess that was this dwelling. Fair enough. I do get a burst of leech. A little awkwardly, I am going to overflow, but I think that this tile is just better by enough compared to the rest. This does come with 3 coins and a worker, but I feel like the 9 points versus maybe this is like, no, I'm not building TPs this round. Yeah. I think I should get a coins action here, which I think is pretty nice. We'll see if halflings advance their digs. If they do, then I probably have to build H5 instead of taking coins. But I think that they should probably advance their ship and build I8 here. And use their cult pump and stuff. Yeah, they advance ship, so they're going to build I8. So that's nice. Alchemists have advanced digging once, so they could take away F7 if they want a town through here. But there's no time to be there's no time to be worried about that, honestly. Another thought that I should have had before just bidding on Chaos Magicians was the fact that I have the worst landscape here. Halflings also have quite a bad one. But yeah, like our network dreams don't look great right now. But yeah, my plan is to take coins and then build H5 here, and then H9 and A7. It's just going to be a dwellings round for me. And then maybe I'll try to pass first. I won't get onto a victory point pass tile. I think that halflings should take this. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to pass like that early. So I might actually want to pass like take a slightly longer round if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to afford to. What are our desires here? Our desires are... Oh, wait, are Orin taking the bridge? Or are they just taking... I think that Orin had to take a bridge, because otherwise I take a bridge, and then I build H5 and I make 2 TPs and I take the 2-key town, right? Like, they could take the coins and go for water 1 instead. Oh, they do take the coins. Okay. I guess we have to do this then. So this is the path to water 1, potentially. Red alert advances digging. There's nothing that they're really going to dig of mine, so I'm not that concerned. Hard Diggler probably will advance on digging soon. Hard Diggler could also just Sanctuary for water 1 this round, yeah. So I'm going to build H5 here. H5 is under jeopardy. And if he leaves it to me, I will take I4. But my guess is that he won't. My guess is that he will take this hex. Oh, hold on. Orin can take this hex. Now, to make a town. They can get the 2-key town there, but is that good for them? That seems a lot worse for them than being able to make 2 bridge towns, but they could try to go for a town here. I mean, halflings could blow this town, like, they could absolutely nuke this town. So going for 1 town only as Orin might be a little underwhelming here. In any case, like, I think it's a very interesting decision that they made to go for coins instead of the bridge. It could very well be correct, but I don't know. Like, it's very hard to say if that was the correct call. He didn't think too long about it, though. Or, I mean, like, he made his move very quickly. But, of course, like, he probably had a long time to think about whether that was the right call. This TP pass tile is still open. Alchemists get a town. They could take a 2-key town. I don't think that it's very good for them, though. I assume this is like a worker's town or an 8-pointer. Just take more yeah, like a worker's town is good because then you get this, or an 8-pointer is good because you get an extra worker. They can't really snowball any other workers very well. Priest town is obviously perfectly fine as well. We're still in the leech taking phase. Our halfling friends are just going to advance dig again, I guess? Do they want their sanctuary? I thought that they wanted their sanctuary for Water 1, but maybe I'm wrong. One thing we could do is we could take I4 here, but halflings probably respond with I3. So that might not be any good. Okay. Is it too crazy to think that maybe we're supposed to just... I think that we have to take one action here, so that we're only one action away from the 2-key town, but... And I think that it's digging and not making a TP. The case for the TP is that it means that we can... Like, if I hard dig this hex... Yeah, okay. We're going to do this. If we're still left the option to take this, then I think that we have to just take it next round. I think Red Alert should dig down another dwelling here. He does. Digs down H7. Okay. Orin have yet to use this. They probably want to use that. They also have dwellings that they can build, so... Hard Diggler is the one to pass first, so that's a bit of a bummer. Was really hoping to be able to pass there, but now we can secure the 2-key town. Or are doing their best to make it like not worth it for me to take a 2-key town, and maybe they're right. Wow, this water cult is also still open. That's wild. I think alchemists are going to be able to get that one. But if I put this here and take the 2-key town, then they probably can't really do much about it, right? Yeah. Like, alchemists putting their priest to earth doesn't scare us. Because we'll have the 2-key town. We'll get steps on them anyway. Snake Xer, what time is for me? I am in Eastern US time, so right now it is 9 o'clock for me, 9 p.m. It is not past my bedtime just yet. Okay, so we are looking at gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. So we need to be able to take 7 power. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. We'll leave ourselves open hypothetically to taking another bit of power, but we probably won't be getting that. I think alchemists may be at the point where it's valuable for them to just buy a priest and use it. I think I'm at a point where it's valuable for me to take 2 workers and make a TP so that I'm ready for fire to take water 1 next round. It's not clear that I need water 1 or anything, but... Or that, rather, I can even economically really afford water 1, but it's something. I think Orin need to pass now. I think Orin really need to pass now. Otherwise, I'm bridging f6 next round, and that puts them in trouble. The Dwellings pass tile is also considerably better than the Shipping pass tile for Orin. So if they don't pass now, they are in trouble. They really want to pass and take this bridge, in my opinion. They're going to... Oh, they've already used this too. Yeah, they got to pass here. There's no shame in it. Matt, aka Hard Diggler, has apparently bumped twice or something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. If Orins stay in this round, then I'm passing onto the Dwellings tile. If Orin leave the round, then I am passing, and then I'm taking 2 workers and then making a TP early. The TP could become Water 1. Okay, so Orin stay in the round. I am going to try to punish their greed a little bit here. This probably points towards a game plan where Orin just town through here and through here. They're saying that they don't want bridge towns, which is fine. That's fine. But it's probably good news for me. This obviously kicks Water 1 like completely aside for me. That's okay. FireX might be counting on Alchemist to be mean to me. I don't think that that's a bad thought, that they might just be mean to me and dig away f7. But I'm going to hope that that doesn't happen, you know? Nothing wrong with hoping. Alchemists actually also want a bridge. They want this bridge, so it's possible that I'm not getting a bridge anyway. I might not get Water 1 or a bridge, because like, it's possible that Hard Diggler, who has a lot of resources, might just open this round with a Sanctuary here. But if that happens, then I think Orin probably dig d7 with their first action. I think that this is going to be a very, very cutthroat round for a lot of people. And, like, if Halflings open with Sanctuary for Water 1, which totally makes sense for them to do, then it could go bridge here. And then I might get coins, or I could get this bridge. Yeah, I mean, like, this is very risky to try this bridge. I'm playing against Hard Diggler, for God's sakes. And Red Alert should want this. Okay, yeah, I figured that Alchemist might want a bridge. So we're going to look for Water 1 in that case. And that should mean that we should be able to take some leech if it's offered to us. Orin's move is going to be should be to take the double spade here and take a coin town. I believe that that's what we're going to see here. Surely I can get Water 1. I don't think that that's the case. There's only 1 copy left, and I believe this is a Sanctuary town here, right? Why should Halflings not take this? I think this is Sanctuary Water 1 on this hex here. Or it's securing d7. I don't know if that's the case. d7 would be really vicious to Orin. It's g5, which I don't understand this at all. So now I need to wonder, which is better? Is it better to take Water 1? Or is it just better to, like, build TPs and Dwellings? Because I really have, like, a lot of stuff left on my board. You thought Hard Diggler would go for d7. I agree. This might be like losing a town for Hard Diggler, because I don't know if he's going to get this bridge. I could still take a bridge next round, right? In any case, he's prioritized g4, which, because Orin advanced ship, they're going to try to get to f3. let's just get our scoring favors in place. Um, so we have the stuff here to build 2 TPs and 1 dwelling. Um, that probably sounds about right for economy. We'll build. We could also build 3 dwellings and 1 TP, but that seems wrong given this track, and that I have air 1. So yeah, we're gonna go for 2 TPs, 1 dwelling here. If we get some bleach, we might take something else as well. Not sure what yet. Wow, this is not a hex that you see built that often. This is a cool connection path, though. I forgot that Hard Diggler wasn't connected. This is very neat, and also super welcome, because if he takes F5 now, then I will be a pretty happy person, right? So. Both players are hanging d7. I mean, again, like, Orin can just pass. Like, Orin want a short round here. They probably want to just cult bump and pass here. And then they can grab this bridge. No, they probably don't want a bridge. Alchemists are planning for a long round. They are getting a pass tile no matter what, so they can afford that. That seems fine by me. We want to lock up hexes. So what's under threat here? This hex leads to 2 browns, so halflings could want it. This hex will get leech from Orin, because Orin will make a TP here. I think I can convince myself of that narrative. I guess Orin really want to make TPs here. That's where they actually want to make TPs. Underrated move, but I didn't consider this. This bridge was forced by halflings coming to e6. Also underrated fact, I can make a temple next round and close out some cults on Orin because they don't have enough keys right now. So I need to think about what keys I might want in order to close out Orin here. Because that could influence where I send a priest. Like, I can win one of fire or water here. Probably can't win both. Unless, I guess I could send priest here, and then I could go for water 3, fire 3 or something. It's a tricky game. Okay, Orin secure e7 instead of d7. This is wild. I think that if I were Hard Diggler, I would be punishing d7 right now, really hard. But he didn't show any interest in Sanctuary for Water 1, so this is just super, super interesting right now. Because yeah, Orin can totally town now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, they have all of their. Wow, they have no coins. This is rough. We gave ourselves the opportunity to take this leech because we wanted it, so we're not going to back out now. We don't get the opportunity to take this leech, which is a little sad. Would you rather give leech to halflings or alchemists? Alchemists probably has to be the answer here. So Orin have given up on taking bridges. Their issue is now coins. Orin, if I'm Orin, I'm cult bumping next, and then I'm passing on this. Um, well, they wind up making a TP, which is kind of a sad many workers to coins, but I guess you are allowed to do that, to be fair. Orin can try to two town. Orin are going to two town. I'm pretty confident Orin are capable of two towning here. Whether it's with D7 or bridge to here, they are going to be able to two town. But they are blowing a lot of their original economic advantages this round. We'll see if Hard Diggler wants all of this leech. I'm not sure if he will or if he won't. You thought that I was going to take the bridge and halflings were going to take D7. Yeah, I thought that might happen too, but like as the round went on, it became kind of clear to me that alchemists were going to get some of that stuff instead. Halflings should be able to get a town here. I think alchemists are winning this, by the way. Let's put that official prediction in now. Did Hard Diggler take my leech, by the way? They did not. They did not take my leech. Okay, so the next spot to upgrade is I3, I guess. Whose pastile am I getting? Right now it looks like I'm getting Alchemist pastile, which is not fun. Alchemists have at least one more action left. Alchemists don't have any incentive to pass early and block anyone, so that's one good thing. I really want to get like one TP and one dwelling out this round. I could also just go for two dwellings. Like that might also just be the way. But I kind of just want to build F2, or I kind of want to just TP here and then build H9 or F2. Let's get greedy. Hard Diggler continues to decline taking power. This hex continues to float, which is crazy to me. Orin still have yet to use this. They upgrade near me. That makes sense. That was part of our very, very small plan. I would probably be taking workers here if I'm alchemist on my town. Or I guess just another priest town. The 8-pointer now doesn't seem as good. I do have a priest. I do have a spade coming in off the air cult, which is a little nice. I think that probably goes on D4. It goes on D4 because this potentially could let me ship here and then get this hex. I don't think I can safely put it on F6. I think that we're going to build H9 here instead of F2 because like right now we have an opportunity to place a dwelling, right? I think that it's going on H9 because both halflings and alchemists can meddle with H9, whereas only halflings can affect F2. Hard Diggler facing a choice on whether to pass here. I would completely read this out now. I think if I'm him, I'm digging G2 right now. And then yeah, if I'm Hard Diggler, I'm digging G2 right now, like 100%. Wow, I'm not getting all my stuff out this game, am I? I was talking about like templing for these two cults, but it's a dwellings round next round. Oh, okay, so he just passes. That's fine. Alchemist send a first priest to Earth, which we did see was going to come eventually. I feel wrong doing this, but I'm still going to. Alchemist should never pass here without making another TP, in my opinion. They would only do that just to block me, and I think that Alchemists are winning, so they don't need to block me. So I'm just going to make that read, or make that assertion, rather. I should be careful here. I probably don't want this leech from Alchemist. Now that I'm down to here, I already produced 9 power, and I have a good chance of passing on to Orin's pass tile, so... Can halflings take coins, or do they need to go for bridge / D7 first? No, they don't. They can take coins, because here's my thinking, right? Orin can only take one of the bridge or the hex. If Orin take the hex, then if halflings take the coins and Orin take the bridge, then halflings take the hex. And also halflings could just turn D7 to yellow with their cult spade, right? I guess Orin can just turn it green, so that's a push. I also just realized that one awkward thing is I was saying that I'm not losing my hexes, but I was wrong there, because I can certainly lose F2. Right? Orin can spade this to green, double spade this to green, and then they have all these hexes to build on. So I actually think that the right hex to build on was F2 for me. Orin have a better network than me. So, I mean, I guess they're a little weak economically right now. Especially if they need to dig through here. Yeah, I don't think there's any way Hard Diggler is bridging first action. That seems too weak. The good thing for me is that I should be able to secure a double spade for myself. My spades probably go like B4 and G2 or something, or F6 and B4 is where I would want to double spade. Orin do pass. Okay. They skipped this action because they really want to secure like either the bridge or the hex. They need to make sure that they get one of those two. Because what could have happened if I passed first was halflings take the coin, or halflings take the hex, and I take the bridge. So I'm declining this leech because I'm going to overproduce. They do take the 8-pointer this time, so that's not good news on the Earth Cult front. You think that the bridge first seems weak? D7 seems like something that Hard Diggler would do. Yeah, but I mean, Hard Diggler can also just take coins first, right? There's no way he's losing both D7 and the bridge. So Hard Diggler can just take the coins, and then if Orin take the bridge, then they dig D7, And if Orin dig d7, then they take the bridge, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that d7 seems pretty likely, but they also need f5, right? If they don't have f5, then they don't connect. I think that they want to connect this game. They have a very strong economy, and they don't have that much stuff left. Like they're competitive with me on network, right? So here come the decisions on all the spades. Very interested to see how these go. Actually, I guess Orin's best spade spot is on f6, right? f6 is good, and yeah, okay. So this is how Harddiggler is going to make sure that he gets d7 even if he takes coins. Orin is going to put their spade on f6 like 100%, I think, and then their second spade might go on f2. They hit this. Oh, they take b9 to avoid being tampered with, which I think makes sense. Red Alert can't afford to build this stuff here. Okay, so Red Alert is just going to build 3 dwellings, and that's basically going to be it. Let's get... I think that we were talking about d4, and I think that that's still correct. No, b4. b4 because then halflings can't meddle with it. Okay, cool. So what we should see is we might actually see workers here, but I think that should be coins because halflings have all these priests. So it'll be coins, then it'll be d7. Yeah, d7. Sanctuary Air 1, TP, this dwelling, then this dwelling. So I think that should give Harddiggler lots of stuff to do with these workers. Orin finally get their bridge. I could double spade this hex and get into a hex war with Orin, but that doesn't seem right. I think that instead I should double spade here. Oh wait, hold on. I don't need to worry about double spading yet, right? I need to worry about my own hexes. Yeah, let's lock up our own hexes before we talk about blocking anyone else, or before we talk about taking spades for even more hexes. We're going to down convert because I think that I'm relatively safe to do that. Notice that what I didn't do here was I did not take a temple. The temple is like a stretch goal later. The temple is also kind of a plan B because we actually prefer to build out dwellings and TPs here, I think. The TP is worth 4 points because it's 3 points for water 1 point for air 1. The temple... Okay. Red Alert is shooting up this track. I do think I might have some reason to build here because Red Alert... Building 3 dwellings is going to... Oh, building 3 dwellings is enough. So then Red Alert can temple for fire 3. Okay. So I need to make sure that I protect the water and earth cults is what I need to do here, I think. I wonder if I'm getting any more leech. It would be kind of ironic if I didn't get more leech after I down converted here. But I think I could go something like b4, b2, b1 for my game. Like b4, single dig b2, TP, build b1. And then maybe we can talk about making a temple after that. I suppose we can also just send priest to water as our action here. Yeah, Priest of Water doesn't seem too bad here. Orin's next action could be to take an 8-pointer. Build F6, take an 8-pointer. So we're going to get down to 4 stuff on our board if this goes as I anticipate, which is B4, B2, B1. Yeah, 2 towns for Orin is very strong. They don't have air 1, but they have better cults than us. They're going to close air for points. They do need to advance ship once, so one of their towns is going to be a little weaker. Alchemists can slow play the rest of this game until they decide which favor tile they want to steal. Orin are not going to build a temple. Or I guess Orin could build a temple for like Fire 2 and like advance, but we'll see what they wind up doing there. Once they get their shipping up, Orin can build these 2 hexes for free as well. That seems quite good. They can get down to 3 structures, actually. Yeah, so Relart declines gaining that power. He thought about it for quite a while, actually. Interesting. There clearly is no other Alchemist town coming in, so that's a slight relief for us. We should see G2 now from Harddiggler. So what are Harddiggler's obligations? I think that Harddiggler's obligations are G2, F5, take a workers town, or G2, F5, Sanctuary, TP, Dwelling. That would leave him with 4 stuff on his board as well. I think I'm taking this leech if I'm Orin. Seems crazy, but it lets you take the 8-point. Oh no, the 8-pointer is gone. Okay, but it lets you take a better town. Maybe it doesn't let you take a better enough town. FireX declines. That seems safe. Harddiggler Sanctuaries for Air 1. All seems pretty good. I guess we're actually in trouble if Alchemist... We're probably in trouble if Alchemist Temple for Earth 3. But I don't think that that's what's going to happen. Orin closed this cult responsibly. I wish I could say that I knew that I was getting more leech, but that can only really happen if alchemists are giving it. And alchemists can just build this and then make a temple. And none of it involves like the temple will involve giving me leech. What I kind of want to do is I kind of want to have the opportunity to take a double spade so I can meddle with this D3 hex on Orin. But I'm 1 leech short of being able to do that. Orin have not used that. How did they bump themselves? They sent a priest. Okay. So now they need a ship town. The bridge went, so I was never getting this. That's fine. Maybe we don't block and we just take B2. It's a little less exciting, but... Or let's do this first. Still some chance that we get Leech, right? There's still some chance. A2 is interesting. Oh no, this is just a hex. This is just a hex. Okay. No need to get too confused. That was just a hex, team. I had a crazy thought just now, which was, can I advance digs and then dig B2, hard dig B2, and then build B1? But the answer to that is no. I would end up with one dwelling left on my board still. Hard Diggler can now take F5 pretty happily. But what I can do, right? What I can do is I can single dig B2, build B1, and then I can use what's left of my stuff to hard dig D3 so that Orin don't build it. But that seems like really kind to like halflings and alchemists for no really good reason. So it doesn't seem that great. So Orin will get down to small network, it looks like. Because what'll they do? They will TP expensively. They'll have 6 workers left and 4 coins. They can still bump fire. Everyone's doing a lot of thinking right now, which makes sense. Orin secure their hexes first. Their 1 hex that they have to secure first. That's fine. Will anyone give Orin the leech they need to double spade? They're not going to double spade. So what I can do here is I can just send this priest to fire. No, I can send this priest to water. And then I have the stuff to double spade. I just hit D3. This is a huge gamble. It's a huge gamble, but I'm going to try to block Orin by taking a double spade here. And now, of course, I get the free leech. Makes sense enough. And Red Alert's last action is to dig down a dwelling. So I don't really need to be concerned about this Earth Cult, I believe. It makes too much sense for Red Alert to build that dwelling. Yeah, so I focus next on this and this. So Red Alert's going to get to 110. He's going to have 6 resource points left, or 5 resource points left over, probably. Yeah, needs to spend 2 of these, gets 1 coin back, but he'll be at 9 coins, so that's, or 11 coins, I think. Sorry, what am I saying? He'll be at 2 workers, 2 coins, so 9 coins, that's 4 resource points. 2 points from this, so that's 114, passes for 12, that's 122. If I'm correct, he's winning network, 122. That puts him at 140 with network, 148. 152, 152, 154. Oh, halflings do this. I didn't expect this. I mean, he is on here, so I suppose that the driller is coming out here now. F5 is going to get the driller, and then G2 is going to get brown. It's A9 and B8. I don't really understand this. I don't understand why it's not F5, because Hard Diggler is not connected right now. I guess he's not really going to lose this hex, but once I deny D3, I think Orin's best move might be to block Halfling's connection. That's going to be my dream. Maybe my dream can be a reality. Anyway, if FireX doesn't win and I manage to eke out like a third place here, if Alchemists are winning and I can eke out third place, then I should be beating Orin, or then I should be winning my league. I know I'm not winning this game, right? Like, Alchemists are at like 154, I think we said. That's pretty insane. Yeah, if I can keep Orin from beating me on network and they tie with me on network, that's a pretty nice boon. They take a Power Town. Okay. Don't completely know what's going on here. I guess that's enough for 3 dwellings, right? That's what's happening. It's this, this, and this. So Hard Diggler is actually going to beat me on network as well. So I really do need to hit Orin pretty hard on their network. Orin can still dig D2 to get 2 dwellings out, but it does involve digging at least, so I at least make life a little awkward for Orin. I mean, if I'm Orin, actually, I think that digging F5 is probably pretty good. That's probably the safest way to ensure network points. Like, you see me going for this double spade. What do you think that that's for? Hard Diggler has, yeah, like exactly enough stuff to like build these dwellings and this. Build this, and we're gonna smash this to gray. Okay, so our next move is Priest to Water. Orin still have the ability to take water, obviously, so we need to take that away from them. What likely happens here is Orin get to 14 network by using the bump on the fire track. So Alchemists give me leech. In exchange, they're also going to get leech. So they are going to get 1 extra point from doing this. So that's pretty neat. Alchemists, because they're going to get leech on B1, they earned themselves 1 extra point. So that's actually 155. Hard Diggler has not yet built F5. This seems super, super risky to me not to build F5 here. But what do I know? Because, yeah, so Orin are going to use their last action as single dig A10 with the power spade. We do this, Red Alert gets 1 extra leech, and it's a 155 game for Alchemists now. Nicely done. This is just passing. Halflings really, really want to fight networks, so that means that I should be able to take advantage of them on the cults. Maybe Harddiggler forgot that he's not connected. I don't think that that's the case. Because he can take this hex still. But he actually is 1 short, I believe, of being able to do this and this. So he takes the 2 workers to stall for time. But this is not quite enough stuff. Can Orin beat me on air? Am I better off just sending Priest to air, on water? Am I just better off sending Priest to air to fight Halflings? I mean, I would be taking F5 here. If I'm Orin, I'm totally taking F5. This has to be the play, right? You cut off Halflings? No, they take H2. Why are they letting Halflings tie us? I don't understand. I don't understand why not F5. Do they also not see that Halflings are not connected? What is going on here, guys? If I send Priest to air, Halflings need to send Priest to air anyway. Orin have no ways left of getting cult steps, so I think that I do this because this actually gets me a resource point. Halflings could temple for Earth 3, right? Okay, Halflings can temple for Earth 3. That is some points for them, so let's do this. Okay. This is the weakest move by far, but I mean, that probably should have just been the water cult. I don't feel great about that, but whatever. Ooh, okay, I didn't see that this was also a connection hex. So Halflings were always connecting then. Fair enough. I didn't see that. Orin could have dug F5, but then Halflings just come back on I7. Or Orin could have dug I7 and then Halflings connect on F5. So fair enough. But yeah, Halflings are not going to be able to get this last dwelling out. So we are going to tie them as well. So Raylord is not sure that he's winning. I think he is. He has 12 points in network and all these resource points. Yeah, okay. So Halflings wind up sending both priests to the Earth cult. So I was definitely correct to defend my position on Earth. I didn't. Oh yeah. Red Alert thought that Halflings would tie the network there. That's why. He thought that. Do I have this? Huh. Well, actually, it does look like I have this. Apparently, I miscounted somewhere. Am I wrong, or? Right, because I got 6 network points and then... Okay, so I just had more points than I realized. I mean, hey, I can live with that, right? We can live with winning. Well, so that was cool. We got a win that we weren't expecting, so that's always nice. Um, I don't think that I complained too much this time. I think that my opponents mostly did reasonable things, and I think that I tried to give credit to them for doing those things. But um, so yeah, I tried to be good about not complaining too much because I think that even if like I had lost this game, like I think that my opponents were doing reasonable enough stuff. I do think that Halflings made a bit of a misstep by or they made a bit of an unusual call by doing this and by not cutting me off. I think that he could have done better by cutting me off, but um, yeah, like it's nice to get this win. Um, so this does mean that we also win the league. So it's possible that we'll be playing in Division One next year or next season. That might be kind of cool in case people want to see me get my ass kicked by like the likes of Barnwall or Deep Finesse or whatever. So I guess we can take a quick look at the breakdown of this game. We transformed 5 tiles, so in general we were just looking at not spading, and we were focused on shipping and not spading this game, and I think that that shows. Um, when we did get spades, we only took one double spade action this game, and that was in the final round. Um, we got this is actually kind of a nice symmetry. We took exactly one of each power action. This bridge block on Orin was key in terms of getting the 2 key town. I think that Orin made a misstep by going for the coins in the mid game. Um, so what did we do here? I was just chatting with the folks. Like, it was kind of funny. Like, I really wanted to meddle with Orin on D3, right? And in the end, I was able to do this. However, like, I was only able to do this. Like, I needed the extra power to get the double spade in order to do that. What I really should have done was I probably should have just taken the double spade earlier and not down converted that 1 power. Um, that was a bit of foolishness that I didn't need. But let's take a look at the victory point breakdown. So it was a high scoring track for everyone. I think Harddiggler made some missteps by building the sanctuary in the wrong round specifically. Like that was specifically a pretty big misstep. And as I was saying, it was just awkward because like when you go big shipping with Brown on this map, which I love doing, I love that he went big shipping. The thing is that the track didn't actually say to do it. The track said build your dwellings in round 2. In round 3, build TPs. That's like you just can't actually build that many dwellings in round 2 unless you go 2 shipping and just hit these 2 hexes. Um, so it's like not really Matt's fault that he was unable to do that, but that's part of why halflings were awkward. Like the track just wasn't perfect for shipping for halflings. And I do think that he made a misstep by not sanctuarying for water 1. That was a great break for us. Red Alert says that he hard dug instead of taking Act 6 in round 3. I didn't notice that. I will say that I didn't get Act 6 myself that round, so. Red Alert saying where, or IRS saying where did he screw up? I'm saying that he screwed up by taking the coins instead of the bridge. I think that it was almost 100% correct to take the bridge there. And I also think that he could have greeted out his Orin cult bump. So what do we got here? So yeah, we hit the track okay compared to the others. Like Alchemist and Orin really killed it on the track. honestly, what got it for us was just being chumps and taking favor tiles. It's not like the coolest way to win, but we got 14 structures out, so that's 26 points of Earth 1, 12 points of Water 1, and 7 points of Air 1. That's just a very efficient way to make points. We also hit the passing tiles really well. I think that this is a lot, like there's a lot of luck that goes into this, but nonetheless, I think we might have landed on a victory point tile 5 out of the 6 rounds. We only took a 2-key town. That was obviously like the weakest part of our game. And admittedly, we didn't crush network, but we tied everyone on network, so that's pretty important. We didn't let anyone except Alchemist get away from us, and Alchemist gave up Earth 1, which was, as we can see, pretty key here. We're different by 26 points. I made 19 points off of Water 1, Air 1, just the same as he did. So yeah, good break there. We did wind up winning the cults, even though it looked like Orin was killing everyone on cults. And we advanced all the way on shipping, and that shipping tile wound up being what paid us these dividends. So, yeah, we paid a fair amount of leech to do it, but I mean, that's standard. Ultimately, I'm pretty happy with how this game went. I mean, you can't really ask for more. Like, you play against strong opponents doing good things. You get some lucky breaks. Your opponents make some missteps, and then, I just happen to get the breaks to go my way. So I'm pretty happy about this. Excited about winning this division. I think this might be it's either my 3rd or 4th Terra Tuesday League. So finally getting a win feels pretty good. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. Thanks, for sticking around this whole season. The arena season is also over. I will continue to stream Terra Mystica, but it might be some more fan faction stuff. I might try to just get myself into the Elite League on the arena mode, but I'm not that thrilled about playing with Fire and Ice scoring. We'll see the different formats that I wind up playing. Until then, thank you everyone for following me. So I'll see you around.